Yorùbá ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ló lésì ṣùgbọ́n kì í ṣe gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ là ń fèsì sí. I know what I can say to this man, but he's not worth the trouble.
Yoruba man is the biggest challenge of an Igbo man, not even an Hausa man. They are the biggest rivalry the Igbo man has.
Why is this so?
The prince committed that sacrilege. He was chased out from the Oba's palace. He never took over from that Oba. So he migrated and found himself to the present location known as Ile Ife today. Ulo Ife. Ulo Ife. Ile is Ulo. That is house where something took place and happened. Now, with the Dahomey women that he fought with, he married so many of the Dahomey women, which corrupted the language of Igbo. Today, in Yoruba language, Ono is mouth, Eno in Igbo is Ono. Eti is ear in Yoruba. In Igbo is Nte. Imi is nose in Igbo. In Yoruba is Imu. Okute is stone in Igbo. In Yoruba is Okuta. I can go on and on and on to tell you that what Yoruba is speaking today is corrupted Igbo.
If I were to respond to this man according to the level of his reasoning, I would just be unnecessarily making Igbo enemies. And I don't need that. For God's sake, just a few weeks ago, Kola Tubosun, a Yoruba intellectual, wrote an essay to celebrate the similarities of the Kwa languages. Dr. Tunde Adigbola has done the same thing many times. In fact, when I first realized just how many Igbo words sound very similar with Yoruba words and with the same meanings, I was so excited that I called on my Igbo friend, Achalugo, and we planned to collaborate on a video about it. Achalugo, oh yeah, come and bear witness in the comments, even though we didn't eventually do the video. But these same things that we are celebrating, to show that we have more things in common than our differences, those are the same things that this pathetic man here is trying to use to further widen the toxic gap of division.
At the point of moving out, the so-called Oduduwa were given a mark. The week in Igbo cosmology is 8 days, not 7. We have Nkwanta, Nkuku, Ekenta, Ekuku, Orienta, Oriuku, Afonta, Afuku, making 8. He was given a mark, Nkwo, Eke, Orie, Afo. Nkwo, Eke, Orie. That's the original Yoruba man. To be able to identify him wherever you see him, never to have something to do with him. I want to believe that is the anger of the Yoruba man against Igbo today. We have gone deep down to investigate why the Yoruba man is too much angry about we, the present ones here. Now, that was what happened.
How sad. Out of respect for my Igbo followers, I am choosing not to respond to this man the way he deserves, because I have a good number of Igbos following me. Some even comment or come to my DM and say things like, I am not Yoruba, in fact I am Igbo, but I love what you do. Keep up the good work. Just a few days ago, I met an Igbo young man in the University of Ibadan. He had on his head a fila and he insisted on me giving him a Yoruba name, which I did. I called him Ajadi, and he has adopted that name as his Yoruba name, an Igbo man. Now, those are sane, beautiful people, and I can't even be insulting Igbo people because I am an in-law to the Igbos. My 2 sisters are married to Igbos. Will I now, because of this disturbed man here, start saying stupid things like, all Igbos are this, all Igbos are... No. That is what he wants us to do, but we are wiser than that. He said the Yoruba is the greatest enemy of the Igbo man. Was it the Yoruba that massacred you in 1966 and 67? Or you have not read of the Asaba massacre? Was that also the doing of the Yoruba? Anita ba da ọkùnrin yìí lóhùn bó ṣe yẹ ká ṣe dá lóhùn. Ìrònú á bá, he will be depressed. Wàá ṣeré.
In the entire Nigeria, we are the Igbos are the only kings that have their caps standing erect. Don't think that Yoruba man wearing that cap he's wearing, you think it's fashion. It's not fashion. Because for the fact that that prince committed that crime, his cap was fallen. It's not a fashion. But today, people think it's fashion. Most of their obas, you see them, their cap is not standing. But the Igbos, you see the kings, you see their cap standing. That was what happened.